Women make the mistake of believing that a man that sleeps with another woman, it like you can love a woman with all your heart, die for her, literally, truly, and sleep with another woman and literally want nothing more than to go home, tuck your babies in, and hold the woman you love. It's one of the biggest lies that I think is out in society right now, that if a man sleeps with another woman, he doesn't actually love you. That could not be further from the truth. You would be shocked at how far down the totem pole a man would go just to sleep with a different woman.
Yeah.
And I think that there's more pain in love that has ever been made in war. And one of the reasons I believe that is because of the difference between the expectation and reality of the situation with men and women.
You're goddamn right.
I'm going to tell you exactly why, despite the fact that you might want to be with a rich man, you're actually not cut out for it.
Subscribe now.
I went to lunch the other day with one of my friends who's getting married to a very wealthy guy, and she was talking about how unhappy she is in her relationship. And the primary reason is because this man works all the time, and her love language is quality time. Mind you, sis is sitting there doused in Chanel and Louis Vuitton that he bought for her. And I told her, I was like, if this is the lifestyle that you want, the Chanel, the nice house, the maids, the cars, the luxury items, then somebody has to go work for it. And you got to ask yourself, do I want a man who's sitting next to me, giving me quality time, home by 5 p.m., doesn't travel, you know, just like up my ass the entire time? Or if I want a man who's making money, and if he's making money, he just naturally is not going to have time for you like that. Now, in no way am I saying find someone who neglects you, but there's just natural things that come with this lifestyle that I had to learn myself. And I'd be lying to you if I told you it isn't a lonely life.
Right. I believe that men and women are not created equal. That's why a man is called a man and a woman is called a woman. I believe that we are complementary opposites. I believe that men are purpose-built for physical strength, to fight, to provide, and to protect, for our complementary opposites. I believe that a woman is purpose-built for social and emotional strength, to caretake, to compassion make, to nurture, and to nourish for her complementary opposite and her respective tribe. I believe that we are intellectual and spiritual equals, and that we absolutely, unequivocally need one another to express our highest and most dominant form.
What is your role as a woman? What's a woman's role on the planet?
My role on the planet is to nurture, to teach. I feel that every human being on this.
Nope. It's not your role. The female's role is to support the male.
That's. Don't you think that's a narrow path?
Name me any species on the planet where the female can survive without the group or the male individually.
Or name vice versa.
We don't need you to survive. We built the world.
You need us.
No, ma'am. See, you feminist, womanist have no idea you're living counter to nature. That's what the coronavirus showed you, that your education and your ability to get out of here, and you can't nurture shit without a man and a family. Your job is, the man's job is to, what is?
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Baseline of masculinity as a whole is the thing that makes a good man a man is that he does what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to work and he works anyway. He doesn't want to go to war and he fights anyway. He doesn't want to get up, he gets up anyway. That's the whole point of it. We didn't want to die in the Titanic. Guess what happened? We died in the Titanic. You can't sit there as a man and say you don't feel like it. You're not allowed to not feel like it. You're supposed to do it anyway, regardless.
My man. Yeah.
Baking cookies all alone because my boyfriend prefers to play FIFA. That was it. That was the partner shaming. He's obviously a horrible boyfriend and person because he chose his totally pointless but enjoyable activity over her totally pointless but enjoyable activity.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, let's check the comments. Wake up and break up. Bake a new boyfriend. Do not give him a single one. Red flag. Your ex prefers what? The saddest part is watching yourself go from a happy person to not even knowing who you are anymore. Damn! Am I the crazy person for thinking they're just fucking cookies?
You can't make this shit up.
I am not kidding you, because a man dared to say, oh no thank you, I'd rather not bake Christmas cookies right now because it's the middle of November and we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet. She is losing herself to him in his narcissistic ways and needs to be reminded to break up with him in every video she ever makes from here on out. Guys, get yourself some ear warmers. Only if you get yourself a new and better boyfriend. Something about other people leaving mean comments. So did you dump him, or did you give him a cookie you better not have? How's your ex doing? Did you break up with your boyfriend yet? It is actually severely unhinged how little it takes to make hundreds and thousands of people hate a man, so much so that they follow a woman daily, actively encouraging and awaiting the end of her relationship with him.
It's funny because it's true.
Like, are you guys not at all concerned with how easily manipulated you are? Like, has a single one of you who has suggested to her that she dump him considered the fact that the video is 10 seconds long? No, just anytime your boyfriend doesn't do what you want him to do, you dump him? Right. Look, if your partner ever actually dumps you because they cannot coexist in the same house as you without doing the same exact activity, take the dub. A win's a win.
How dare you?
You do have to set yourself up correctly because she needs to know what you're all about. You have to have good photos. Those photos have to tell a story about you, and you have to say something meaningful in your self-summary. Actually, the dating apps are one of the most powerful tools we have that we've never had access to before to help you find a super deeply compatible partner.
Dating apps are there to find super deeply compatible partners. They're not hookup apps. They're not degenerating dating and relationships. For women, they're incredible because women get to look and pick from a sea of dicks. They can pick the highest quality mates they can possibly get on there. For women, yes, it's about selecting the best genetics. There's the doctors, the engineers, the football players, the whatever that's sliding in her DMs. Pumping and dumping, though, they're not committing because that guy's only in your town for an X amount of time and he's bouncing.
Is the whole feminism like movement?
It's so fake. Come on. Feminism it's the biggest joke in the entire world. First off, nothing that feminism aspires to today, modern feminism, makes women happy. I don't even understand it anymore. It's like, if you don't like my body for being 3,000 pounds, it's because of the patriarchy. No, it's because nobody likes that. That's disgusting. It's unhealthy and nobody should want to date that. Like, women, I don't want to look at it. Men don't want to look at it. And I'm straight. So it's a cop out. It means I don't want to get healthy, but instead of me going to the gym, I'm going to say that the men in the patriarchy created this idea that people should be healthy and take care of themselves. It drives me insane. I absolutely cannot stand it.
What about women that always say, like, women don't get paid as much as men?
Yeah.
I always hear that. How do you respond to that?
It drives me insane. Is that a
fact?
But that's true, no?
It is not true when they do the same jobs as men. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry you want to work at Vogue and pick out pretty bags for a photo shoot, but you don't get paid as much as an engineer. The truth is that if you go into a career and you want to be a buyer for Macy's and men are, taking business classes and want to go be CEOs of hedge funds, they're going to make more money. We have different interests. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Men and women are not the same. We are biologically different. We have biological predispositions. The idea that women should want to climb the top of a ladder and, go into corporate America and be there forever. Women want to have kids, right? So there's another reason that they're not making as much money as men is because a lot of women want to stay home with their children, which is an admirable goal, which feminism tries to wipe away. Like, oh, if you want to stay at home, something that women say to me all the time. Why don't you make your husband a sandwich? Okay. Is he hungry? Does he want a sandwich? Did he say something? I make my husband food the last 4 nights. I made my husband dinner. I don't understand this weird they're trying to shame women for taking care of their families. That is another element of feminism that I cannot stand. It's an attack on family and these things that work. It works. But men are biologically unable to have children. So the aspiration to climb a ladder forever, to wake up every single day and not have to worry about being pregnant for 9 months, that makes sense. We're different creatures,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Best thing women can do for men, the ultimate thing, is understanding the fact that men are not like you. We don't do things for the same reason a woman does them. We don't think about things like women do. Most often than not, we don't have reasons. We just do things. Sometimes you might think we're in a mood or aggressive, but we're not. It's just how we're made. So it will be a lot easier to understand us if we view our behavior through how men are, rather than how women are.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say.